Hey guys, welcome to Tabletop Warbands! In this video we are playing Warhammer 40k in Combat Patrol format, which pits the Astra Militarum against the Votann. I'm Simone and I will be playing the Astra.
Hi, I'm Andrea and I will be playing the Votann. Before we start, if you are subscribed to the channel, welcome back! If you are not subscribed yet and want to help us, join our growing community now by clicking on the subscribe button. And don't forget to activate the bell so you don't miss the next battle reports. Thank you guys!
Today's mission is Display of Might. The two armies will have to deploy within these two areas. There are 4 objectives and they are arranged in this way. As secondary objective, the Astra has chosen Methodical Destruction, while the Votann have Tall Urns.
In this mission, when a character is within range of an objective in no man's land, he will claim that objective. Starting from the second turn, the victory points will be assigned at the end of the player's command phase as follows: 5 victory points if the player controls 1 or more objectives, and 5 additional points if he controls 2 or more. 5 victory points if the player claims an objective, and 5 additional victory points if that objective is claimed for 2 or more consecutive turns.
An Imperial airfield is under attack by Votann forces. The defenders prepare to receive the assault by barricading themselves between the hangars. The goal is to prevent the Votann from taking control of this important outpost in the region. Karsk is the general of the army. He is armed with plasma pistol and power weapon. He is accompanied by a command squad that follows him everywhere. As troops, the army is made up of 2 infantry squads. The first team is made up of 10 models. As special weapons they have a flamer and a meltagun. The second unit is also made up of 10 models, and as special weapons they have a plasma gun and a grenade launcher. As a support vehicle there is an armored sentinel, equipped with plasma cannon and hunter-killer missile. Finally, we have the Field Ordnance Battery. The unit consists of 2 pieces, a Malleus rocket launcher and a Bombas field gun.
The Votann has spotted an important airfield that could give them a lot of control in the area, so they decided to assault it and take it by force. The general of this army is Akal. He's equipped with Vulcanite Disintegrator and Mass Gauntlet. The detachment's main unit, the Harkin Warriors, consists of 10 models, of which 7 are equipped with Ion Blasters. There are also 2 special weapons, a Hylas auto rifle and a Magna Rail rifle. The last one is armed with a plasma pistol. The second unit is that of Dictonian Berserks, and is made up of 5 models, one of which is armed with a Mole Grenade launcher. Finally, there is the Harkin Pioneers unit, 3 bikes with the Scout's Rule, very useful for controlling objectives.
The first units deployed are the artillery, positioned 1 behind the containers and 1 behind the small hangar. The 2 infantry squads are deployed in the center, ready to advance towards the objectives to take control of them. Karsk and his command squad are next to the hangar, while the sentinel is immediately to their right, covering the flank.
I deployed my leader inside the unit of warriors. Then I positioned my warriors and the berserks on the right side of the battlefield in cover behind the hangar, while the bikes are on the left side behind the containers.
Rolling for initiative, grey dice for the Astra and blue dice for the Votann. 3, please roll higher.
5. Unfortunately, the initiative is mine. In the command phase, my Khan can give a judgment token to an enemy unit that is in his sight, thanks to the ability Grim Efficiency. The only one that he can see at the moment is the Sentinel, so it gets a judgment token. The bikes are the first to move. To avoid exposing them too much, they hide behind the container while still remaining within range to shoot the Sentinel. The warriors advance and roll a 6. With their movement doubled, they manage to reach the center of the battlefield. The last one to move are the berserks that go inside the hangar. The berserks are the first to shoot. Thanks to the Mole Grenade launcher, they can target enemies that are not in their line of sight, so they shoot one of the infantry squads. The 6 shots plus 2 thanks to the Rule Blast. Only 4. Hitting with 5+. 2 hit. With Strength 5 and Toughness 3, they wound with 3+. Missed both. Okay, next. One of the warriors has the Hylas auto rifle that has the Rule of Soul, meaning that he can shoot even if he advanced. He targets the rocket artillery and makes 3 shots at 4+. All hit! With Strength 6 and Toughness 5, he wounds with 3+. 2 wound!
2 dice to save a 5+. Yep, no problem, sir.
Alright, bikes against Sentinel now. 9 shots of the autocannon at 3+, thanks to the judgment token. 7 hit! Not bad. Wounding with 5+ because of the higher toughness. Nice roll. Only 1 wound.
2+ to save. Ha, easy.
6 more shots of the rotary cannon at 3+. All but 1. Thanks to the rule sustain hits, every 6 scores an additional hit. so wounding with 6 dice at 5+. 3 wounds.
2+ again to defend. Oh, wow! What's that double 1? 2 wounds taken by the sentinel, so it remains with 5. Thanks to my leader, I get an additional command point. Then Karsk gives the order take aim to all units thanks to his enhancement, improving their ballistic skill by 1. As the target of my secondary objective, methodical destruction, I choose the warriors. In this turn I will try to do as much damage as possible. The diehards advance and roll 1. Let's say they don't advance much at all. They position themselves to the left of the tower. Gunther's Reds also advance. 6 is much better. The infantry unit reaches the right side of the tower, approaching the objective. The command squad also advances. With a 3, they can reach objective 4. The sentinel is the first to fire and targets the enemy bikes. We start off with a bang, using the Hunter Killer missile on them. 1 shot at 3+. Hit! Strength 14, that's enough to wound a 2+. Alright, wounded.
Saving with 6? Not even close.
The missile deals d6 damage. Ouch! It hurts! 6! Supercharged plasma cannon, d3 shots. 1. Okay. 3+ to hit. Yes! Strength 8 and toughness 6, 3+ to wound. Wounded.
Again, 6 to save. 1. Great!
Having overcharged the plasma, I have to do the test to see if it explodes. Okay, no problem.
Awesome! 1 bike is already eliminated and the other is left with 1 wound.
Malleus Rocket Launcher on the warriors. I use a command point for Bring It Down, which makes me reroll all hit rolls against this unit. Very helpful.
And I spend a command point for Skin Broth Physiology to improve the save characteristic of the warriors by 1.
The 6 plus 8 shots. Yeah, of course. 9 shots at 4+ thanks to the order. I reroll the failed dice. 8 shots, not bad. 3+ to wound. 5 wounds total.
Saving with 3+. Only 1 wound suffered. Thanks to the medipack, I can ignore wounds with 6. Nope.
1 shot of last gun at 3+. I can reroll. Okay, hit. 5+ to wound. Yes! Go little last gun.
Saving with 2 this time. Save! Only 1 warrior dead. It's fine.
Bombas field gun also against the warriors. The 6 plus 2 shots. Seriously? 3 shots at 4+. Rerolling the ones. Ah, I can't believe it. What a fail. 1 dice to wound a 3+. Never mind.
I didn't have the best of the starts. Having the initiative in this type of battlefield is a malus. Also, my back suffered a lot of wounds, but considering the amount of shots fired, my units were pretty lucky they didn't suffer more casualties.
The first turn definitely went in my favor, but I could have inflicted a lot more damage if I hadn't rolled so low in the number of artillery shots. The second round will be the time to make the most of my shooting phase. If I don't succeed, it will be a problem. At the start of the Votan's turn, I use Artillery Strike for 2 command points. This turn, Votan units have their movement and advancement rolls halved, cannot charge, and have a -1 to hit. I like this stratagem too much.
The Cal gives a judgment token to the Malleus Rocket Launcher. Great, my units have the movement halved. I guess they won't go really far this turn. The bikes move on the other side of the containers to hide from the sentinel. The warriors instead reposition toward the objective 1 since they can only move 2 inches. The berserks inside the hangar also move 2 inches forward. The berserks are the first to shoot, so they aim the infantry near the blue container and makes d6 plus 2 shots. Nice! He won! 3 shots that hit at 5. Well, at least they all hit. Wounding with 3+. Here it is! Only 1 wound.
6 to save. Nope, failed. 1 death in the unit. Nothing I can't handle.
Now the bikes on the rocket artillery. 6 shots of the autocannon at 4+. 3 hit. Higher strength, so wounded with 3+. Only 1 wound.
This time I just need a 4+ to save for cover. Not even this. 2 wounds sustained.
Rotary cannon, 6 shots at 4+. Only 2 hits. Wounding with 3+. Just 1 wound.
Again at 4+. Nothing to do. I've decided that I don't need to defend. 3 wounds left on the Malleus Rocket Launcher.
The warriors have the tower that blocks their side, so they are forced to split attacks. The auto rifle, the cav, and 1 ion blaster shoot on the rocket launcher, while 4 ion blasters shoot on the infantry squad on the right, starting with ion blasters on the infantry squad, 4 shots at 4+. Rerolling both the ones, 3 hit, higher strength, so wounding with 3+. All wound. With -2 penetration, Simone cannot save, so let's roll the auto rifle on the rocket launcher, 3 shots at 4+. Rerolling the 1, still 1, wounding with 3. Wounded.
The Malleus defends at 5+. Nope, not going well.
The ion blaster, 1 shot at 4. Missed. Now the Vulcanite disintegrator of the Cal at 2+. Rerolling the 1, 2 hit. Same strength and toughness, so wounding with 4+. Both wound. Thanks to devastating wounds, the 6 scores 1 mortal wound.
4+ to save. Finally, a 6! The diehards lose 3 men, although the squad remains in good shape. The Malleus, on the other hand, is not in good shape at all, with only 1 wound left. Also, this turn I choose the warriors as the target of my secondary objective, Methodical Distraction, and again, Karsk gives the order take aim to all army units. The Malleus rocket launcher is left with only 1 wound, so it must take the battle shock test, and needs 7 or more. Test failed. The Malleus is battle shocked. In the movement phase, Gunther's rats move forward to protect the objective.
I spend a command point to shoot Overwatch. The warriors target the infantry squad that just moved, starting with the Hylas, 6 shots thanks to rapid fire, hitting at 6. Not a single hit, rolling both the plasma pistol and the magna rail since they have the same hit, wound and penetration, 2 shots at 6. 1 hit, wounding with 2, a 1, of course, ion blasters, 6 shots at 6. Rerolling the 1, only a hit, wounding with 3+, a 2, come on, do something! Disintegrator, 3 shots at 6. 1 hit, wounding with 3+. Finally, a wound.
1 dice to save a 5. Okay, 1 death in the unit. I don't mind, it could have been worse. Let's continue with the movement. The diehards move near the other objective. I now have control of both central objectives. The command squad advances and rolls a 5. With a roll of 11, they can position themselves behind the tower. The sentinel moves forward to help the infantry squad. At the start of the phase, I use a command point for bring it down and target the warriors. I need to take them out.
To help them survive, I spend a command point for skin broth physiology.
Gunther's rats begin the shooting phase by targeting the warriors. Gunther fires his pistol, making 1 shot at 3+. Okay, 5+ to wound. Go Gunther!
3+ to save. He's fine.
Flamer, the 6 shots. 6! Great! They automatically hit, then 5+ to wound. Only 1.
Saving again with 3. Saved.
The Meltagun, 1 shot at 3+. I can reroll. Okay, it hits. Toughness 5, then wounds at 3. Yes! The 6+ 2 wounds. 4 wounds, okay.
Too much penetration, so I cannot save. Ignoring the wounds with 6? Nah, 1 warrior eliminated.
Finally, the remaining last guns, 12 shots at 3+. Reroll missed shots. 9 hits, 5+ to wound. 2. Better than nothing.
Saving with 3+. Rerolling the dice in a balance. Both save. I'd say that just 1 warrior eliminated is fine.
Now it's the diehards' turn to shoot at the warriors. Their sergeant has the drum-fed autogun, 2 at 3+. I can reroll both luckily. Okay, hit. 5+ to wound. I wound.
Saving with 3+. A 2. Ignoring the wound with 6. Nope. 4.
Short range plasma gun, 2 shots at 3+. Rerolling the 1. Sure, okay. 1 shot to wound at 3+. Nope, unlucky. Grenade launcher with crack grenade, 1 shot at 3+. Yes! A strength 9 in its 3+ to wound. Wounded.
Saving with 5+. Saved.
And now the last guns, 6 at 3+. All hit, 5+ to wound. 2 wounds.
3+ to save this time. Not even 1. Ignoring wounds with 6? Nope. 3 more warriors are forced to leave the battlefield. 4 warriors total from the start of the phase.
The Sentinel also fires at the warriors with the Plasma Cannon, the 3+1 shots for the blast. 2 shots to hit a 3+. Rerolling the 1. Both shots hit, 3+2 wound. Okay, both wound.
-2 penetration, so saving with 5+. Failed. Ignoring wounds with 6. 2 more warriors dead. Only 3 are left alive.
Bombas field gun on warriors, d6 shots. What's up with these shots? I can't roll a decent number. 2 shots at 4+. I reroll the failed dice. With d6, thanks to sustained hits, I can add a hit. Therefore, 3 dice to wound the 3+. 2 wounds.
Saving with 3+. Double 1. Ignoring 1 with 6. Another 1. The warrior with the medipack and the Magna Rail are eliminated.
The Malleus has a wound, but can still do damage, and chooses to continue shooting against the warriors. D6 plus 6 shots. 7 total hits. With only 1 warrior left, I need to roll 1 dice at a time to see if I eliminate him, as I would no longer have the bonus to reroll failed hits if the unit is eliminated. First shot at 4+. Thanks to sustained hits, that's 2 hits. 3+2 wound. Both.
Saving with 3+. Both save.
Next shot at 4+. Hit, 3+2 wound. Wounded.
3+2 save. 6. Good.
Another shot. Again 6, so 2 hits to wound at 3. Only 1 wound.
You know the drill. 4. Saved.
Again at 4+. Hit. Let's see to wound. It wounds.
Saving with 3+. No, that's unfortunate.
He's finally dead. Now I can attack the enemy leader. All hit, 3+2 wound. 2 wounds to the leader.
3+2 save also for the Cal. Only 1 save.
And finally, there is the last gun at 3+. Nope, the turn is over.
But first, I had to remove the last warrior and give the remaining wounds to my leader. This game is going so bad. I need a miracle to do something. In the next turn, I can try to eliminate the rocket artillery and block some of the enemy units in combat. Let's hope for the best.
Having destroyed the target unit of Methodical Distraction, I gain 4 victory points. In the second turn, my situation is favorable, and my units are in control of the central objectives. I keep making bad rolls, but little by little something is coming out of it. Let's see how the next round goes.
In my turn, I gain 5 victory points for the control of Objective 2, reaching 10. Then, my Cal gives a judgment token to the infantry squad near the blue container. The Cal moves towards the Objective 1.
As the enemy leader moves, Gunther's rats overwatch him. I want to try to eliminate him, starting with the Sergeant's pistol, 1 shot at 6. Ah, nope. Flamer, d6 shots. 2 shots, too few. They automatically hit and wound at 5+. Yes, both wound.
3+2 save. Only 1 saved.
12 shots of last guns at 6. 5 hit the target, 5+ now. Just 1 wound.
Will he save at 3? Yes, he saved.
Meltagun, 1 shot at 6. This was a pretty unsuccessful Overwatch.
2 wounds left to the leader. Then, finally he moves. Right behind him, the Berserks move closer to the infantry squad on Objective 1, and the bikes on the other side of the battlefield move near Objective 3. The bikes are the first to shoot and aim the command squad. 6 shots of the autocannon at 4+. Only 2 hit. Strength is double the toughness, so wounded with 2+. Both wound.
2 shots to save a 5+. Not even 1. Thanks to the medic, the command squad can ignore wounds at 6. First 2 wounds. Obviously not. Second 2 wounds? Not even, but there was a 6.
6 more shots of the rotary cannon at 4+. 3 more hit, and with the 2 6s, thanks to sustained hit, it's 5 shots hit that wound with 2+. 4 wound.
4 more attacks at 5+. I roll the first 2 to see if the medic dies. 1 is saved. I roll to ignore the wound at 6. Oh, too bad. Another dead. 5+ to save. Nope, 6 to ignore. And the medic is dead too. No more feel no pain. A dice to save a 5+. Oh yeah, Karsk is safe.
Now the bolt shotgun. 4 shots at 4+. Just 1 hit. Wounding with 3+ for the higher strength. Missed.
Luckily he missed the last shots and Karsk remained alive. Unlike the rest of the squad who is out of action.
the Cal aims his disintegrator at the rocket artillery and shoots it 3 attacks at 2+. 2 hit, same strength and toughness, but it has 2 judgment tokens, so wounding with 3+. Rerolling 1 with a command point, 1 wound.
I need to save a 4+. Yes! The Malleus is still in the game!
Small grenade launcher on the rocket artillery, d6 shots. 6, hitting at 4+. 5 hit, 3+ to wound. 3 wounded.
4+ again. Ah, damn, I almost saved it. The Malleus has held out as long as it can, but now it's time for it to leave the battlefield.
In the charge phase, the Berserks are the first to move.
Gunther's rats try Overwatch again, hoping for a better result. Let's start with the Flamer. D6 shots. Finally 6 shots! They hit automatically, 5+ to wound. I'm speechless, really. Pistol plus Lascans, 13 shots at 6. Ah, I see. It seems done on purpose. Meltagun, 1 shot at 6. Wow, the Meltagun hit! 2+ to wound. It wounds, d6+ 2 wounds. 7 wounds total, good luck saving them.
Oh, okay. Ignoring 7 wounds at 5+. 5 wounds through. I guess this guy is eliminated. Now, let's roll for the charge. 4+ to enter combat. 7 is good enough. Now it's the Cal's turn. He needs 3+ to enter combat. Double 6, he's a runner it seems. The bikes charge both the infantry squad on objective 3 and the sentinel at 4+. 4, just what they needed. Great! Let's start the fight phase with the bikes. They fight with the infantry squad and make 4 attacks at 4+. Only a hit. Higher strength, so wounding with 3+. Wounded.
5+ save? Nope, 1 dead. Nothing serious. The squad is ready to fight and thus piling to get closer. The Gunther's rats attack the bikes, making 9 attacks at 4+. 4 successful attacks, strength 3 and toughness 6, 6 to wound. Oh, okay, 1 wound.
Saving with 3+. Nope. Rerolling with a command point? Way better.
The sentinel tries to crush the pioneers with its metal feet, 2 attacks at 4+. Ha, never mind.
Okay, the bikes survive. Now the Cal on the other infantry squad, 3 attacks at 2+. Rerolling the dice in a balance? Only 2 hit. Strength 8, so wounding with 2+. Only 1. Since it has -2 penetration, Simone cannot save, so let's roll for the Berserks too. 13 attacks at 2+. 10 hit. Strength 6 and toughness 3, so wounding with 2+. 8 wounded.
With -2 penetration, the only thing I can do is remove the entire unit at once. This really hurt.
Having eliminated the unit, they consolidate on the enemy leader that is within 3 inches of them.
Karsk has a chance to attack the newcomers and makes 3 attacks at 4+. Only 1, 5+ to wound? Just kidding, Karsk doesn't do anything. Okay, on my turn, I choose the enemy leader as the target of methodical distraction, and I will concentrate all my shots to try to eliminate him. Karsk gives the order take aim again to improve the unit's ballistic skill. Karsk disengages from combat and moves close to objective 3. At the end of the phase, I use Send in the next wave, and the entire unit that was destroyed the previous turn returns to play at full strength, within 9 inches of my edge of the battlefield. In the shooting phase, I use Bring It Down on the enemy leader to make my job easier.
And I use again the stratagem Skin Broth Physiology on the Cal.
The diehards begin the shooting phase by targeting the enemy leader, 9 shots at 3+. Rerolling the failed dice. All hit finally! Strength 3 and toughness 5, I need 5+. 4 wounds.
2+ to save. All save.
Plasma gun, 1 shot at 3+. Hit, 3+ to wound. And of course, 1. Grenade launcher, 1 shot at 3+. Okay, better. 3+ now. Perfect.
4+ to save. 3, that's bad.
That's D3 damage, I can kill him. Oh, come on. Just a wound.
That was too close. Only a wound left to him.
The Bombasphere gun also fires at the leader. D6 shots. Only 3. 4+ to hit. Luckily I can reroll the dice. I feel overwhelmed. 3+ to wound. Yeah, as expected. In the charge phase, all I have to do is to make one last move to try to block the Berserks in combat. The diehards charge and need 6. 9! Okay, the charge is successful, and the poor soldiers go one by one to their deaths. The infantry squad fights first, making 10 attacks at 4+. That's all? 4? Now they need 5+. Only 1. What a disaster!
5+ to save it. Just a 4. 1 wound to this guy. And now, it's time for the Berserks to respond with 25 attacks at 2+, split into 2 groups. Rolling the first 12, only 2 failed. Now the other 13. Only 2 failed again. 21 attacks that wound with 3+ for the higher strength, first 11 dice. 8 wound. Now the other 10. 6 more wound for a total of 14 wounds.
14 wounds to save at 6. Only 1. Bye bye my boys, your presence was rather short. The entire unit was blown up for the second time in a row.
Great! Now my Berserks can consolidate towards the objective 4. At this point, we can say that the game is over. The win goes to the Votann. What a game! It was a fiesta of bad rolls. Simone failed one too many shots, and I, on the other hand, have failed almost every save roll. If it wasn't for the Berserks and the Khal surviving with 1 wound, the game, it would surely have ended with the victory of the Astra.
Well, I did my best to try to eliminate the Votann as soon as possible thanks to my firepower, but I fear that the dice were not on my side in this game. There isn't much else left for the Astra Militarum without the shooting phase, as this match clearly highlighted. What a disappointment. Before finishing, we would like to take a moment to thank our members who have decided to support us on Patreon. And if you guys want to support the channel and enjoy an additional and exclusive battle report per month, or see your models showcased in our videos, the Patreon link is in the description. We are waiting for you on Discord.
And if you have come this far, write the word clones in the comments to let us know. You are the best. And if you are not yet subscribed, subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and write us in the comments. We are always curious to know what you think.
That's it guys.
See you next video.